appreciate it because we want to know the truth. Olori is right there in Nigeria, and the connection is bad in Nigeria. That is Nigeria connection. That is Nigeria connection for you. But we will try our best to give you the best. Let me see it this way. Maybe I'll try another way. Maybe we'll be able to hear her better. Olori, I will take that. I want you to take that question again. We learned of your sack from the palace of Oluwo of Iwo early in the year, and Nigerians were shocked. But we later learned you were the one who dumped your husband during a trip to Ontario, Canada. Can you tell us the real story, ma?
Okay, so when we went to Ontario in November, so randomly in the baby, he said that we tried to call police on him. And he still ended up coming back to December.
Sorry, this is an interview. This is an interview. Is an interview with the former Olori of Iwo Kingdom, the former Olori of Oluwo of Iwo Kingdom. So just bear with us while I think we are having problem. We are having problem with the network. So bear with. We just want to know what's going on, what transpired between Olori Oluwo.
And Oluwo is friends.
The network is bad.
Which was a lie.
So you did not dump him? It was a lie.
It was a lie because of the turning Nigeria first week of December. He's been trying to abandon me and my son since that Canada trip.
So he's been trying to abandon his responsibilities.
Yes.
Olori, because in line,
I'm here.
I'm going to call you. I believe by I'm going to call you on phone, and I believe by calling you on phone, we might get a better network because they really want to.
No, the Olori is not in Canada. I think she's in Nigeria at the moment. Yeah, I'm at Tokbo clearly. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé is an interview with the
Nigeria network. God will help us. I don't know why it's like this.
With the former Olori of Oluwo.
You know what? You can disconnect this one. Olori, disconnect this one and pick your call. Can you call?
Yeah, while we are waiting for the Olori to come online.
God bless you. God bless you, Olori.
Yes, the connection is really, really bad here in Nigeria, so I apologize.
think it's better now.
Yes.
You can hear me very well now.
Yes.
Yeah, let us start. Your
Wonderful.
Highness, ma.
Yes.
Can we meet you? Who is this humble lady? Ex Olori Chanera Kobu.
Well, I would like to correct you because there's no such thing as ex Olori. There once a queen, always a queen, and I'm a queen. So I will like my all due. This man used me and used my image, put crown on my head. My wife is Canadian. My wife is most beautiful. I have all rights to that throne. So I am not an ex Olori. You will put me as the first Olori to Oluwo of Iwo land, because any other Olori that comes after me, there'll be second, third, fourth, fifth. I'm the first one.
I love that.
Facts are facts. Facts are facts.
I love that.
Facts are facts.
I love that. I love that. That's good. That's good.
I'm the first Olori, not the ex Olori.
Okay, Your Highness, ma.
All of you bloggers. All the bloggers, take notes. All the bloggers tuning into GIO TV, take notes.
Thank you for the correction. Noted.
No problem. Noted.
Noted. Olori, thank you for that. That takes me to my second question. We learned of your sack from the palace of Oluwo of Iwo early in the year, and Nigerians were shocked. We later learned that you were the one who dumped your husband
Yes.
during a trip to Ontario, Canada. Can you tell us the real story, ma?
Okay, so me and my son and Oluwo, we all ventured to Ontario, Canada in November 2019, just a few months ago.
Okay.
When we were in Ontario, the Oluwo and I, we had a disagreement. It was nothing major. Basically, what he chose to do, what he called his friends in Ontario, told his friends that I want to call police on him, that they should come and collect him because I want to call police on him, and that with his position is not good and blah blah. Basically, what happened in Toronto was some money went missing in our hotel room. Anytime we go to Toronto, Oluwo is from Toronto and I am also from Toronto. And anytime we go to Toronto, we sleep in hotel. We use hotel because Oluwo does not have any house or any property in Toronto where he is from. So some money of mine went missing inside of the hotel. And I went to my husband. Who will I report? You will go to the man of the house and say, this is what happened. So I went to him and said, some money, I had some, and the money went missing. And he started cursing me. He started insulting me. And then he called his friend and told his friend that I'm about to call police on him, or I've called the police and the friend needs to come and get him immediately. And he packed everything in that hotel that belonged to him and left me and my son in that hotel by ourselves to carry the bill and to carry everything. And he went to Nigeria the next day for a remembrance burial of a popular Lagos monarch. It was the burial of that monarch's father. And he left me and my son. It was my son's 3rd birthday. And he didn't care. He left us. I went to Nigeria. And it's nice, baby. And then he told his friend that we tried to call police on him and all kinds of true. And that was the first time he tried to abandon us. And I still came to Nigeria 3 weeks later with my baby. Even though he told all these lies on me, I still came to Nigeria with my son. So that is what happened in Ontario.
That's serious. That's serious.
Uh-uh.
That's serious. Because what?
Yes, very serious. Everything to do with this man is always everything with this man is always a drama. Things just can't be smooth. Things can't be civil. It can't be done in a mature way, in a classy, royal kind of way. Everything has to be drama, drama. Why would you call your friends and tell your friends that I'm trying to call police on you in order for you to just disappear on your family? You wonder what kind and is my everything that is happening to me, I honestly feel it's my own fault, because I know that I know the type of person that I'm with, and I've seen what he can do with my own eyes, and I still keep staying in the relationship. You understand? And I feel very guilty about everything that is happening to me, because he showed me who he is, and I still stayed there, you know. So
when you are in love, you can do anything for love. Your Highness. Guess is love. That takes us to my. Thank you for that question. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That takes us to my next question is: if you have any question for Her Royal Majesty, please type it here and I will read it, and she's here to answer you. But before then, my own question. Your Highness, ma'am, how did you meet and fell in love with your former husband, Oba Adewale Akanbi? Was it a peaceful one or a rough one, Your Highness?
How did we meet?
Yes, how did you meet and fell in love with your former husband?
Did you meet?
Oba Adewale Akanbi. Did you meet in Canada or in Nigeria?
Well, he went to City People magazine and put out this whole that we met in Canada, which was a complete lie. And as a first-class king, why are you going to the media and lying about where we met? Number one, who asked you? Did anybody ask you where you met this Olori? Why did you have to go to the news and put out lies? And when you're living inside the palace, you don't have much say. I don't have a say about what he wants to put out in the media. Because people will now, Nigerians, they like to criticize and say, but you were there and you said nothing. You didn't say anything. What can you, when you're living in your husband's house, can you say anything? Much less talk less of a king. Can you say anything? Let's be real.
That's correct.
You understand? He went to City People and he told all of the media outlets, he told Punch, he told Tribune, he told that we met in Toronto, Canada, which was a bold-faced lie. I came to Nigeria in 2015 with some of my friends. There's my next friend, she's Jamaican. Two of my friends are Yorubas. One of my friends is from Ile-Igbo in Iwo. So we all came to Nigeria. Just for me, I came to Nigeria because I wanted to see Africa for the first time. I was born and raised, as an African American in the diaspora. Who doesn't want to come back to Africa, their motherland? And that's what I did. I came back to Africa to be with my people. And look what happened to me. This is my story. This is what happened to me. Look at what happened to me. I was just a foreigner that came to Nigeria on vacation. I didn't know anybody named Oluwo. I don't know anything about what's called kingship. I don't know anything. I just came to Nigeria with my friends just to see Africa, to come back and see my people, be with my Black people. And, one of my friends is from Ile-Igbo, which is a town within Iwo. And my friend told me that, there's a king, he's from Toronto, he's doing coronation, and, they're going, and I was like, wow, to Osun State, I want to see what Osun State's all about. And my friends that were from Nigeria, that were Yorubas, they were like, no, you don't want to go to the Osun State, though, because we were in Lagos. We were in Lagos having fun. It was dirty December. We were having fun. And My friends are like, no, you don't want to go to that place. It's the bush. It's the village. You don't want to. But I wanted to go, Maureen. I wanted to go. I wanted to see everything Africa had to offer in terms of agriculture, in terms of culture, in terms of tradition, in terms of religion, in terms of everything. It was my first time coming to Africa. I didn't just want to stay in Lagos, in Lekki. I wanted to see everything. So we now went to Osun State for the coronation. It was a day before the coronation weekend. We went, we met Oluwo 2 days before his coronation. Introduced myself to him. Like, he's from Toronto, I'm from Toronto. Boom. The next day was...
Oh, no, sorry. Please don't call me. The call just cut in the whole thing. Oh, God. Olori, please call back, please.
So before the Olori call back, yeah, nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ ni pé wọ́n ń béèrè nípa
Sorry, guys. Somebody just...
olórí ọba Ìwó, òun ni ó wà ní former olórí, ṣùgbọ́n arábìnrin yẹn ní ká má pè òun former olórí mọ́, pé once and olórí, tó o bá ti jẹ́ olórí rí, olórí ni ẹ́ forever.
Yes. So like I was saying, I met him and then I went to his coronation just as, tourists. And then I met him at the burial party of one Lagos monarch's wife. I believe the father passed on, and I was at that burial party where I met him again. And then they had another party for him in Ikeja that I was invited to by one Alaji that is also from Iwo. And this Alaji was dating my friend at the time. Okay. So my friend is also Jamaican. So he invited us to this party. And when I arrived at this party, it was a popular Lagos monarch that actually introduced me again to Oluwo again for this is going to be our 4th time meeting now. But, and this monarch was like, oh, he's a king, he's have a wife, and and there's a big glory to be Olori, and we'll all be beside you, And, it was a party. We were all drinking, having fun. I had a little bit too much to drink. So I went upstairs to one of the rooms, and I laid down and fell asleep. And around 3:00 in the morning, I woke up to find Oluwo on top of me with my clothes. My clothes were removed. I didn't have any clothes on my body, and Oluwo was on top of me. And I started going crazy because I'm just a foreigner. I don't know what is going on. I said, hey, excuse me. No. And he said, no, I'm a king. And in our culture, you don't say no to a king. And then when a king extends leg to you, you must agree. And you're going to be my wife. And I'm going to marry you. And don't worry. You're going And, it's very embarrassing, and the reason I'm saying this is because Oluwo has gone all around, north, south, east, west. He's telling people that I was a prostitute from Toronto, that he didn't know me, that he slept with me on the first night. Tell the people the truth. Tell the people that you raped me. Tell the people what happened the first night you met me. Jesus. I had too much to drink. And I laid down in one of the rooms in the house. I woke up 3:00 in the morning. My clothes were removed, and Oluwo was on top of me.
Yes.
That is what happened. Ew. And 1 month later, this was February 2nd, 2016. I will never forget this day because this is the day that my life changed drastically. The day I met Oluwo, February 2nd, 2016. Oh my God. 1 month my menses and I was pregnant. So 1 month after I met Oluwo, I was pregnant. If you people do the math, his coronation was January 16th. I met him February 2nd. My baby is born November 16, 2016. Jesus. November from February is 9 months. That's when I met Oluwo, February 2nd.
God.
He raped me. And the next day, because he already slept with me, listen to me, Maureen. I'm not going to say I was a virgin. I was not a virgin. But because he slept with me the first night, he raped me. The next day, he said, okay, we're going to Iwo. We're going to the palace and I will make you queen. So I went with him. He told me I should pack all my load. And he's bringing me to Iwo to do marriage. And we're moving into a palace and blah, blah, blah. Maureen, the very next day when we got to Iwo, there was no palace. The palace there was no palace. We were staying in one Barrister Atanda. He's also based in UK. He can attest to this. We were staying in Barrister Atanda's home. That is where we stayed. There was no palace. There was no royal, I will make you my Olori. There was nothing. There was even a family that came they were so upset because Oluwo disvirgined one girl from that town and promised that family marriage. So when that family got to find out one Canadian was with this king, that is when he went to the news because he promised a lot of women. He started sleeping around with a lot of women from Lagos to Iwo to Oshogbo to Ibadan. He was sleeping with a lot of women and promising them Olori. So when people started to find out, oh, there's one Jamaican woman living with him and blah, 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 that is when he went to city this fake news that, oh, his wife from Canada, he married me in Canada, and that I came to Nigeria to claim my rightful spot, which was a lie.
Oh, my God.
It was a lie. So what happened was, even before I stepped foot into that palace, Maureen, I already had a gang of enemies.
Oh my!
You understand? The relationship was already built on a false foundation. You understand? Because he had promised a lot of women marriage. I don't know what was going on. I don't speak Yoruba. I don't know what was going on.
Oh my God!
You understand? So then there was a lot of backlash about me on the internet. A lot of women started writing bad things about me on the internet. I've never been to Nigeria a day in my life, but a lot of Nigerians were writing bad things about, oh, she's a bad girl from Canada. I don't know for them to say I'm a bad girl. You understand?
Yes.
So this person. There's so many women that come into my inbox every day. Oh, yeah, just a bad, and God will punish you. Where do I know you from? You spent all of his money when you were enjoying his money. Where were you? Because I never met you a day in my life. I never seen you. So how do you know what happened behind closed doors of that palace? I will tell all of you guys, don't let this person fool you. He will never support your business. He doesn't have anything. So whatever you guys want to defend him, I don't know. Maureen, do you understand what I'm saying? So many people have joined this Oluwo's fight against me that they don't even know me from anywhere.
Oh my God.
So that's how we met. That was how we met.
It's a long story and
it's a very long story.
Very, 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 very painful one.
Very painful story.
Somebody asked a question here. He said you are wrong girls in Nigeria. You know what?
Do you see? I know.
You know
he's trying to call me Ashawo. You understand? Listen to me, Maureen. Where do you people know me from? Where do you know me from? I came to Nigeria.
We know you from Oluwo.
But you know what I'm saying? I came to Nigeria on vacation with my friends. So are you trying to say every foreigner that comes to Nigeria for tourism is a shawo?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say?
You know, it's your word. But now the truth is coming out.
Yeah, this is what he's put in the news, that I was a runs girl from Canada. Let me ask you something, Mr. Oluwo and all of your agents. If I may meet your king and ask your king, why did he put the crown of you people's ancestors on the head of a runs girl? Go and ask your king that. If I'm a runs girl, I the crown of your ancestors. So go and ask your king, why did he put the crown of your ancestors on the head of a runs girl? Let me calm down. Because I'm tired. I'm tired.
Honestly. Baba, somebody here, Daddy Kenya Borishade asked a question before I go to the next one. He said, was it Oluwo that stole the said money that was missing in the hotel? Did you try to call the police as he said?
Let me answer that question. So the money, let me answer that question.
Answer them. They want to know the
So this is the truth. The money went missing in the hotel. I went to ask my husband about the money because the house. Also, he's a first-class king. Anything that happens in the house, who do you go to? The king or the man of the house? Anything that happens in the town, person is stealing goats, person is stealing maize. They come to the king to complain. So I went to my husband and said, please, I put down some money and I don't know where it is. He just got defensive. You're accusing me? I'm a first-class king. Don't be accusing me. Baba, I just asked you a question. I'm just telling you what happened to me. I'm just telling you why I never accused my husband of stealing the money. I did not accuse him. But there are times when we have been inside the palace, I will put money down inside my bedroom, and it's only me and Oluwo inside our bedroom, and the money will go missing. Sometimes I will put down 100K, the money will go missing. He will swear up and down, swear on his crown, he didn't touch the money. Then the next day, he will say, oh, okay, here, take this money. Because you're the one that took the money. You understand? So it's something that I go through a lot. So that's why he got defensive when I asked him about the money. I said, please, this money is... you're accusing me? Drama. The same thing you people see on YouTube when he's fighting people on YouTube, when he's fighting the chief imam, when he's fighting the babala, when he's fighting other... That's how he is inside the house. It's not an act. It's from morning to night. So... That was what happened in the house that day. You're accusing me? He just wanted to defend himself. We are husband and wife. Husband and wife don't live like that. Love is forgiving. Love is kind. Love is patient. You're a man of God. You say you're representative of God on the your Alashe Lori or Risha, God-like. The behavior is not God-like. You understand? So he called you're accusing me. He now called his friend and said, this girl, you're Jamaican. She's calling police on me. Come and get me fast. And then his friends came and collected him. And then they are looking at me like, oh, Lori is bad. You people weren't there. You people were not there. It's a lie. You understand? It's a lie. But, it's my word against a first class. And I didn't learn from that. I still carried my baby and carried my load and came back to Nigeria because, all the elder women. I lived in Iwo for 4 years. 4 years. So me and Oluwo's issue is not because I refuse to Yoruba-nize. Because that is what everybody will know. Oh, she refused to Yoruba-nize. That was not the issue. Because there's a lot of elder Iyalodes, Iyalajes, Erilus that I talk to in confidence, and they say, oh, Lori, you must not leave your home. You never leave your husband's house. You pray, you keep your family together. There's many people that want your space. It's not you, it's spiritual. Pray to God. Put it to God for 4 years. So you understand? Well, even though he accused me of calling police and paints me black to his friends, I still begged him. I packed all my load and came to Nigeria with my baby, which was a big mistake because 2 weeks later, I was put out of the palace for something I did not even do.
Wow. Olori, no, Your Highness.
Ibrahim, Duro, leave it.
Okay, you're Yoruba.
That's my baby.
During your short stay in the marriage, how will you describe the experience? Was it a peaceful one or a rough one?
I will say this. At the very beginning of the marriage, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know how to explain it because I don't want to come off as, because I'm not with him, I will say all things negative. Baby, I'm on the phone. I don't want to come off like that, but the facts are the facts, and I can only talk about what happened to me.
That's correct.
So, when I first met Oluwo, the first question that I asked him, please, I'm on a call. The first thing I asked him was, how many children do you have? Girl in my 30s. I didn't have a chick or a child. I was a single girl. I came to Nigeria. I said, how many children do you have? He said, I have 5 children. One is a set of triplets. And the set of triplets is not my own. That was what he told me. I'm on the phone, Ibrahim. I'm on the phone. Yes, go. Yes, please. He told me that he has 5 children, but 3 are a set of triplets in Ottawa, Ontario, and that those triplets, he's not sure that they are his own. So what was I supposed to do? You understand? Let me tell you something. When my son was born November, so let's say 9 months after we met. When my son was born, there was a blog that carried a lot of gist, I believe. And I will send it to you, Maureen. There was a post by a person named Pendy. And the post said, welcome Oluwo's 9th child. And the person named every child and every baby mama. I am baby mama number 5. Can you believe it? I am baby mama number 5, and my child is baby number 9. Number 9.
And you didn't know all this before you went into the marriage?
I did not know none of this when I went into the marriage. Maureen, I was with this man for 4 years. I still don't know this man because what he did to me and my baby, I would never think Oluwo can do it to me and my baby. To now come forth and say I'm trying to kill him, he caught me on top of a man, and all these evil, disgusting lies. If anybody was to say this is how the marriage is going to end, I would have said never. I would have, because I didn't know the person I was with. When I gave birth to my son, it was Niger Gist that the person wrote in the comments, welcome baby number 9, and named all the child and each child mother. So the person who wrote that knows Oluwo very well. You understand?
Yes.
And I approached him and I said, what is this? I said, you said you have 5 children and you have a triplet that is not yours. He said, they're all mine. They're all mine, oh. I said, so why are you lying? You're a first-class king. First, you went and said we met in Canada, and we didn't meet in Canada. Now you're saying that you have 5 children and 3 are not yours, and now you're saying that you have 9 children. He said, if I told you the truth, you would not have agreed to stay with me. That is what he said to me. And I went inside my bedroom and I cried like a baby because I just gave birth to a son. My first child, and I was so excited. I married a king and a queen, and this is a great thing, and we're representing culture and blah, blah, blah. And I'm living in my marriage is built on a foundation of diabolical lies. Where I'm sure you're from UK, Maureen. If you meet a man in the UK and he lies about how much children he has, do you not label those type of men as scumbag? They are scumbags in Canada, in abroad, in America and in Canada. All of our USA listeners, all you women, when you meet a man for the first time and he lies about his children, is that not the biggest taboo? That means you're a scumbag. If you can lie on you about the amount of children that you fathered, that means you don't have any integrity. You're not a man of integrity. You're a scumbag. You're a scumbag. And that was, but then again, Maureen, then I talked to, again, some Erilus, some Oloris. I talked to them in private and said, I'm married this man and he has 9 children and he lied. And again, Olori, don't leave your husband's house, so in Yoruba, you don't leave your husband's house, so you put it to God. He will change. He will change. You put it to God. Just be prayerful. Just be prayerful. So Again, is another thing I turned a blind eye to. So this is the second thing I turned a blind eye to. The first thing I turned a blind eye to was when he climbed on top of me when I was intoxicated. The second thing I'm turning my blind eye to again is him lying about children and how many, his past life, his past secret life. You understand? So this is two of many things that I've turned a blind eye to. I suffered a lot in this marriage. Even now that I'm not in the hand of Oluwo, I'm still suffering. People are like, why is it taking you so long to talk? Why haven't you said? You know how many threats I've received? Oh, you better not say anything. You better not talk. Oh, this. Look at now, there's another Olori that they're accusing of infidelity. Did she not talk out? Did she not talk out and say it's not true? So why must I not talk out and say that these things that this king is saying against me is not true? You understand?
That's
so
correct.
now
when you speak out, it's better you say your own part of the story.
You understand? Yes. But because everybody keeps messaging me and scaring me, I'm not from Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria alone with my baby. And this man keeps calling my phone. He would call. I had to change my phone and change my SIM number. But in December, he would call my phone and say, oh, if you say anything, I'm a part of APC. And and you control Lagos, and I know where to find you, and it will not be good for you. I'm a part of the government, and I know where. And this is Nigeria. We don't care about human life, and then we can get you. Like he would just him, and then he would send people to be calling me and say, Maureen, I had to go through like 3-4 different. Every week I'm changing SIM card because I'm scared. Because I'm scared. Because I the Canadians in distress at my Canadian embassy. I had to go to my Canada embassy and register with Canadians in distress. Because anything can happen to me, because I'm not going to keep quiet anymore. This is my son. My son is a crown prince. And you're going all around trying to say my son is not yours. You're saying that I was a prostitute. You're saying that I tried to kill you. I have to go down in history that, this Olori, this Jamaican Olori tried to kill the king. And when my son is 20 years old in uni and he's doing Omoba, they will now say, who's your father? Oh, Oluwo of Iwo. Oh, your mother tried to kill your father, and your father punched one king, and your father is an emperor, and your father, you understand? I have to say something, because it will be on record that my son will say, but my mom debunked it. It didn't happen that way. Go and pull up what my mom said. But if I don't say anything, then it will go down in history that I tried to kill this man, which is a bold-faced lie. Is it?
Olori, thank you very much. Me, honestly, it's always good to speak out. I always tell women, because when you don't speak out, nobody can help you. Nobody know what you are going through.
But I feel like he's even said with his mouth. He said with his mouth many times that he's a king, and because of culture, nobody will listen to me. They will listen to him before they listen to me. That's another reason why I kept quiet too, because no one knows me in Nigeria. Nobody knows me. And then he creates a lot of enemy for me. He's using me all the time to do pepe them. Oh, my wife is most beautiful. My wife is the most beautiful. My wife is wearing crown. You're just doing pepe them. You just want to pepe all your mates and pepe the other women in your past.
Oh, my God.
You understand? And came a point where I don't want to be a part of it no more. There would be a point where he would want to... when we go to party, he will be like, oh, come, let's go in the middle and dance around. I don't want to dance around with you. I don't want to go in the middle of the party and dance around. That's not what a king does. But King Solomon danced. This is 2020. We're not doing that. I don't want to do it with you. He wants me to paint an image of a fake happy life, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. This man has been beating me for 4 years.
In fact,
I suffer.
I have lots of pictures of bruises and everything, and so many information.
I sent them to you.
God, why?
Yes, he was beating me for 4 years, and I kept quiet. And again, I talked to a lot of elder women, lots of respected elder women in Yoruba community. I talked to them in private, maybe 1, 2, or 3. They say, "Oh, Lori, just be prayerful. Just be prayerful." And every day I'm praying. But should I die there because I want to keep my family together? Should I now die there?
And how did Lagos? Because from what I heard, that they had to put you inside a trailer or so.
It was a bus.
Okay.
It was a bus. Can you imagine? And I didn't do anything to this. I want to put it on the record. I never slept around with anybody since the day I was with Oluwo. From the day I met Oluwo, the emir of Iwo land, I never slept around till now, today. I have not even, from the day I met him till now, Oluwo is the only person I ever put my body with. I use my life and swear to God. I swear to God on my life and on the life of my son, Prince Ibrahim Oduduwa Akambi. I've never slept with a man or a woman from the day I met Oluwo, February 2nd, 2016, till now, April 16, 2020. Till now, I've been out of the palace for 5 months, anybody. And this man is telling people that he caught me red-handed on top of a man.
God.
If that is not diabolical, and anything that is diabolical in a mental illness, because a right-thinking person does not think diabolically. And that is why I say that he has a mental illness. Because you think you are too diabolical.
Oh, God. You see, it's so sad to see the picture of domestic violence in a royal family. Oluwo. Olori, I have another question. Let's take us to the next question, please. Of course, ma, we got information that the Kabiyesi was married to some other women. Before
yes.
Did you have a encounter with any of them, either in Canada or in Nigeria?
No, the first wife that he has in Lagos, the very, very first one he has children with.
5.
But only one he did not marry. All of us he married, but only one, the mother of the triplets, the same triplets in question. And let me tell you something, the triplets are his. I've seen their picture. They are carbon copy of their father. They are his. They are his. And the triplets, they're like 13 years old. They never met him since the day they were born till now.
Jesus Christ, 13
He has
years.
never met them. Yes.
No.
He has never met them.
Ah.
People need to know the truth. People need to know the truth about this man. He has never met them.
13 years.
13 years. He doesn't know them. They live in Ottawa, Ontario. I will say the mother's name, but nobody wants their name attached to Oluwo scandal. So I will leave the mother out of it because it's not, you understand?
Next question. What was your worst experience in the palace?
The domestic abuse and the spiritual abuse. He would beat me, and then he would use the spiritual stuff to threaten me and try to control me. And those are the two worst things that I suffered in that palace that people don't know. People don't know. This man is diabolical.
But he said he doesn't believe in anything Orisha.
Anything, because you people are not there. You people are not there. There's one of the problem in the marriages. Every time I would catch him cheating, every time I would catch Oluwo cheating, he will now say, "Oh, we have to do a blood oath." Please, Oluwo, what is no, Maureen, this thing is very, even to my spiritual health. You know, there's mental health, there's spiritual health, there's emotional health, there's physical health. I'm still fearful for my spiritual health because this man is diabolical. And that's another reason why I kept quiet, because I'm like, I don't want him to juju me, but he will do it anyways. Whether I talk or I don't talk, he will still do it.
Hey.
So let me do, if anything is to happen to me, at least I said my part. And 20 years from now, when people want to mock my son because of all the things that Oluwo was saying, my son can pull up these interviews and say, listen to my mom's part. And I know my mom. I grew up with my mom. My mom is not this type of person that my father painted her to be. Because who is going to know me better than my son? He will use spiritual to try to, he would say, every time I catch him on, one time I caught him on top of a girl of 13 years old. 13 years old. And the mom is selling tatashe outside of the palace. One lady, the mother is selling tatashe and pepper outside. These things are disgraceful. Do you think I'm happy to say these things? I don't want to say these things in the public, but people need to know. People need to know. You're king. He will now say, hey,
I'm just saying it's child abuse for all I care.
He said in Islam is allowed. He said in Islam is allowed. Is allowed in Islam. Forget that part. Let's fast forward. Anytime I catch him with a woman.
13 years old girl. No, Olori, please. Please, you need to shed more light. 13 years. You know, in our tradition, a king can have as many as he can, but not underage. Not
listen,
in this
Maureen.
country, in Nigeria, it's still 18 years, 13 years. Nile Yoruba. Hey.
Maureen, let me say something. Let me shake the table.
I have some. I have a voice note and video of this on those information you sent to me.
We have proof now. We have proof of everything. When the day I caught him on top of a 13 years old girl in my bed, did I not still forgive him? I still forgave him. I still forgave him. I didn't go to the media and say, I caught Oluwo with a 13 years old girl, like what he's doing, going to the media every time, like you understand? I did not do that. I still turned a blind eye to it. And I still have to make love to my husband. The same night I caught him with the 13 years old girl, I am still forced to make love to my husband. He will now tell people, she doesn't give me sex. You're a liar. Stop lying. He said that. The reason I said the next day I went to him, after I caught him with the next day, I approached him and I said, Oluwo, a 13 years old girl, out of all the girls that,
oh my God. You want to, I don't know what to say, Olori.
I think lórí ọ̀rọ̀ 13 years old yẹn, we play the audio. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ audio kan tá a play níjọ́ yẹn.
So I asked him, I said to him, I asked him now, I said, why will you think to put yourself with a 13 years old girl? He said, oh, that's who I believe I can start over with. I can start over with this person. Blah, blah. A first class king. Why? There's even a Bowen University. Are you familiar with Bowen University?
No, really. But you can, a lot of our viewers might. Go ahead. Your Highness, go ahead. Your Highness, if the line went off.
I play audio yẹn gbà yẹn. Mo lè, I think I still have the audio, so I can replay it.
I will appreciate it, but I don't want
Tí lady yìí ń sọ̀rọ̀, I will check my phone and play it again.
everybody's welcome on my platform.
The woman is offline at the moment. I will check the audio later after this interview. Níbi tí arábìnrin yìí ti ń pariwo pé 13 years old, something like that.
Fast forward now to October 2019, September 2019, there are some officials inside Bowen University that came forth that Oluwo was sleeping with different small girls in the school. And I have to stand by quietly. I had to stand by quietly and not say anything. But I know it was true. And he disgraced these people in the university. He disgraced them. I'm a first class king. You lie on the king. And these people came and apologized to him, and they weren't lying. But what can I do? What I can't say, oh, it's a lie. Oh, he did do it. I can't say anything because that's what a loyal wife does.
No,
I was loyal to this man. I was loyal to him.
Olori, that we want people to contribute as well. But before we go further, tell us your best experience in the palace. Was there any?
My best experience in the palace was the birth of my son. My son is my best friend. I don't know, like right now it's been 5 months since we left the palace. And it's been 5 months since we left Oluwo's palace. Oluwo has not put 1 naira for me or this baby. Not 1 naira. But you're doing servant of God. You're a servant of God. And you're feeding the homeless. What about your son? He doesn't know. He doesn't know how Oduduwa. He named this baby Oduduwa. Even up to in February, he was doing interviews in Ibadan about why he named this baby Oduduwa. Him naming this baby Oduduwa is a big thing that he uses to trend. You understand? Oduduwa eats. You don't know how he sleeps. You don't know if he's sick. It's time of COVID. You haven't even said, let me check on my son if COVID as a Baba COVID has come to visit him. Since Oluwo is telling COVID, oh, come and take me. You should come and check on all your family because if it doesn't come to you, it can come to your family since you're begging COVID to now come to you. You haven't checked on anybody. No, you understand? He hasn't checked on this baby. He hasn't done anything. But you're doing, I'm helping my people. All this PR stunt that he's doing for packaging for everybody in Nigeria. If you're helping your people, why you're bringing camera every time? Oh, so that people can see what we're doing and be doing it too. Go and sit down. He hasn't done nothing for this child in the whole 5 months that we've left the palace. The best thing of this experience is that I have this baby with me. Because if all of this happened and I didn't have this baby with me, I don't know what I would do. He's the sunshine of my life. He's so funny. He's so loving. That's my best friend. And he will go, Mommy, are you my best friend? Yeah, I'm your best friend, baby. That's my boo. You know, so.
Thank you very much. At what time, Your Highness, at what time of this relationship you started noticing misconception and disjointed value? And how did you handle the situation?
When you say misconception and disjointed value, what do you mean? Relax, Ibrahim.
What I mean is, giving you, when he gave you wrong all the information that there are no more. When you see lies everywhere, when you see things that are not correct.
But again, I will say that this was from the first day we met. The first day I asked him how many children does he have, and he lied. When we went back to Iwo, brought me back to Iwo. The family of the girl, there was a young girl, she was 18 years old, and he disvirgined this girl, and he promised the family marriage. And he went to Lagos, he met me at a party, and brought me back to Lagos with him. And he told the family that, his wife from Canada decided to come and join him, and there's nothing he can do about it. And I'm not your wife from Canada. And then he went a step further and put it in the news, in City People, that, my wife is from Canada. We met in Canada. So all the news outlets were now saying we met in Canada. And we didn't meet in Canada. And then when I went to Canada when I was 3 months pregnant to do my prenatal checkup. And when I went to Canada at that 3 months, that was when I started learning about who is Adewale Akambi. Not even Oluwo, but who is Adewale Akambi. Because on his documents, it's Canadian Rashid. He changed his name a lot of times. His name is Adewale, Prince Adewale Akambi. And that's who I got to learn when I went back to Canada 3 months pregnant. They now said, this man does Yahoo, he's doing this, he's drug addict, he will destroy your life. He has this young girl, he abandoned the wife he was married to before me. He had a wife that he was married to before he met me. And the wife even came to Iwo with him when he was contesting for the stool. She was living in Ibadan with him. He was living in the house of one Alaji Remy Morgan. He was living in Remy Morgan's house in Ibadan with his wife and 2 sons for 8 months. He didn't even have a house in Nigeria. He didn't have nothing. He didn't have a house in Nigeria. He didn't have a car. He didn't have anything. So he was living in this man's house and 2 sons. As soon as he ascended the throne, I don't know what happened between them, because Oluwo told me that he had a wife in Canada, but they separated. Why did you guys separate? He said that the woman tried to kill him and she wanted to kill herself and all kinds of, you understand? And I believed him. He even had people from Canada to call me on the phone and to confirm his story. That night, and she took out a knife and she tried to kill herself and she wanted to kill him and blah blah blah. So I believed all of his agents. But now the tables have turned and he's telling people I tried to kill him. So everybody's trying to kill you. Everybody is trying. He's accused the Babanla of Iwo land, high chief, that this man has tried to kill him. He's accused to kill him. He's accused the same man that he lived in the man's house for 8 months with his family, that the man is trying to kill. So everybody is trying to kill you. It's a person that does not own one plot of land anywhere in Nigeria. You don't have a house in Iwo. You don't have a house in Lagos. You don't have anything, just your sunglasses collection and 2 pairs of Christian Louboutin shoes. You don't have anything. So why is everybody trying to kill you? What will I gain? People of Nigeria, what will I gain if I'm trying to kill Oluwo? Does Oluwo have a oil refinery or an estate that my son will inherit? There's nothing.
Your Highness.
And
Thank you very much.
I'm tired.
Somebody asked you a question here. But how about those cars he used to flaunt it?
Oh, okay. So which cars? Are you talking about the Lamborghini and the G-Wagon in Canada?
Yeah.
Story behind that. So the yellow Lamborghini, I'm sure everybody has seen that one, that he was posing inside of that yellow Lamborghini. And that Lamborghini belongs to a very, very highly respected doctor/professor in Toronto. His name is Professor Odidi. Professor Odidi. That yellow Lamborghini and that G-Wagon that Oluwo posts himself saying, oh, when I'm in Canada, I drive myself. No, that car belonged to Professor Odidi. And if you go on YouTube and you type richest kings in Nigeria, the now sponsored one list that he's one of the richest kings in Nigeria, and he posts this yellow Lamborghini all around that he's like, we don't have any car in Canada. When we're in Canada, we use Uber to go. I have receipts of everything that you people hear me saying out my mouth. There's receipts for everything, so I don't care. There's receipts for everything that I'm saying. Those cars don't belong to Oluwo. We don't have one car in Canada. We don't have one car in Toronto. We don't have a house in Toronto. Oluwo live in Toronto. 15 years, he lived in Canada. 10 years, 15 years. No one knows. No one even knows, because the story that he tells, who knows? But you live in Canada for all these years. You don't have a car and you don't have a house to show for it. What do you have? Why do I want to kill you? Why do I want to kill him? I don't know one person in Nigeria. I don't know one. So if I kill Oluwo, where am I going to go with my baby in Nigeria? Where am I going to go? I don't know anybody. I was not allowed to start any kind of business. I was not like I have my own business that I can fall back on. I don't have nothing. So if I kill Oluwo today, where am I going with my baby? What am I going to do? People use the left side of your brains. All these people, oh, she's bad. She tried to poison him, is a lie. It's because he doesn't want to take care of my son and he doesn't want to look back at my son. It's been 5 months we left the palace and he has not looked back at me and my baby. Me and my baby are in Lagos. He doesn't know where we stay, how we eat, nothing. We're just in Lagos like this. We're just in Lagos like this. He hasn't given nothing. And when people go to him and say, you need to take care of that baby, take care of that prince, he's a crown prince, he tells them, leave her. She tried to kill me. She's wicked. You don't know her. You don't know her. She's wicked. You are using this story that I tried to kill you as a way of not taking care of your responsibility. Because it's the same thing he did to me with his ex-wife. He would let. I was with him for 4 years. He hasn't given one penny for that wife and the 2 child. Boys are maybe like, the youngest one is maybe like 5 and the oldest one is 8. He left that woman 5 years ago. So do the math. The youngest one was 3 years old when he abandoned them. And every time we go to Toronto, I would say to him, let's go and meet your sons. You know, Prince has brothers. My son is the only child. Let him meet his brothers. They're all age mates. Let them play. He will now say, no, don't think about it. She tried to kill me. If she calls police on me now and I'm a king, a king can't be going to jail. A king don't. She will call police. Just leave that issue. And that's what he did to me with the other wife. And that's what he's doing to me now. Say, that I tried to kill him, leave the issue, nobody. A lot of people try to intervene and say, Oluwo, this is wrong. What did she do? You can't say what I did. You can't say what I did. I will tell you people what happened. I was having a WhatsApp chat with one of my friends from abroad, and my friend was just saying that I'm looking sad in my pictures. I should make myself happy. Blah, blah, blah. That he always loved me. He always cared about me. In Canada, in the Western world, in London, in USA, friends love each other. I've never had anything sexual with this person. I've known this person over 10 years. And all he was saying was I should just keep positive and keep pushing and the man is not, another man is saying they love you, and that's why he put me and my baby out. That was why he put me and my baby out. And when everybody called him to intervene, and he told them, she was having a text message and the guy said he loved her, then is that all? That's why you did that to your family? Then he's like, she tried to kill me. She tried to kill me. You're very evil. You're diabolical. You're very evil.
Thank you very much, Olori. What does His Royal Highness Oba Adewale Akanbi do for him before he became the king? And can you tell us? Can you shed more light into it?
When I only know of now because I was not with him before he became king. But when I was in Toronto, people in Toronto would tell me things about him. That he does 419, he does credit card scam, but I was not with him at the time when he was doing these things. But when we now moved into the palace, another king came forth and said he was using the palace for 419 related, and I kept quiet about it. You understand? I watched these things happen and I kept quiet about them. So I don't know. I can't say what he was doing before because I was not there. But we all know what he was doing before. We all know. There's not a secret. We've all heard him confess to it.
Another king
we all
came.
know. So
is that not a legacy?
There's nothing else to say about that.
Hey. Olori. How to look like a lot of people felt that you kept a lot to yourself.
I did.
And you didn't even bother to grant any interview to anyone.
I didn't.
Not to chat with the press and at all. Was it as a result of fear or what?
I will tell you the truth. When he put me and my son out, I didn't grant any press interviews because I felt that it was something that could still be fixed because I didn't commit any adultery. I never slept around in the 4 years. Imagine you're married to somebody that's the same age as your father. Oluwo and my father and my mother are all age mates. All of them are 1965, 1960. They're all age mates. So imagine you're with somebody that's the same age as your father and you're still faithful. I never slept around. I never committed any form of adultery. I never defiled my bed. I never defiled my matrimonial home. All these things that he did to me, he slept around, he cheated. I didn't do any of these things to him. And I felt that it could still be fixed. So that's why I didn't say anything for a long time, because I felt like, okay, maybe we can still come back together. But then when he started telling people, the governor of Osun State, and said to the governor of Osun State that I tried to kill him, that I used charm to kill him, I was like, no, there's no way. Somebody that will now, you're not in your right mind, and somebody that's not in their right mind, they can kill you. They can do anything. It's meant that I just said leave it alone, because there's many times when I was supposed to leave the marriage and I still stayed. He begged me many times. I still stayed. I caught him doing so many horrible things, and I still stayed. If I had left when I was supposed to leave, then he wouldn't have had this chance to disgrace me, disgrace his son, and disgrace his stool. Why would you do this? Is how you want your legacy to be? When in 50 years from now, when we all sit around and talk about that king that calls himself an emir, and he put the wife out, and he now said the wife want your legacy to be? Is that what you want history to be talking about you? You're disgracing your school and you're disgracing your town. It's a big lie. Look at, there's another queen in the news right now. Has the king come forth and say, I don't want to, the king he's respecting himself. That's what kings do. They respect themselves. So I have to say my own part, because a lot of the time, Maureen, I was scared because I didn't want to disrespect the stool. And there was a part of me that felt that we can come back together. But this thing has blown so far out of proportion. It's now out of my control. And it's bigger than me, you, or anybody that wants to intervene. It's not, Oluwo didn't put me and my son out because I want to kill him, or because somebody was texting me. That wasn't why he put us out. I won't say anything. The thing is bigger than me and you. The person he wants to marry is not, he doesn't want, we'll just leave it there, Mona. We'll just leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Thank you, Your Highness. There's a question here for you. What is the real religion of Oluwo? Is it a Muslim or Christian?
I will say this. I will say I was with Oluwo for 4 years. I am not a Muslim, but I have a best friend in Canada. We've been friends for 20 years. So I know a lot about Islam. I know that you pray a certain amount of times per day. And I only see Oluwo do prayers on Friday when he goes to the mosque with all the other, he goes, but I don't, I watch him read the Yoruba Bible. We pray to God of Moses, God of Abraham, God of Elijah. That is who we pray to at night. So
he's a Christian. You can say he's a Christian.
Well, I would, me, in the outside is, I can only say what I want. On Fridays, when we goes to mosque and he ties turban, that's on Fridays. But at nighttime, he used Yoruba Bible. And he prays in Yoruba with the Yoruba Bible, and he will say amen. I will say amen, and he will read Yoruba, and we pray together. And that's what we would do.
And what do you, right now, you don't have any source of income?
I don't. I was not allowed to start any kind of business. He said his wife should not work. But he doesn't have it. I have one business that he's doing in Nigeria other than going to party every weekend. If you open an envelope, Oluwo has to be there. So I wasn't allowed to start any kind of business. That was one of my main things where I was unhappy. I would wake up in the morning and I would just be sitting in the palace like a prisoner. I was a prisoner. Oh. I want to say something, Maureen. We have 8 SPU, special civil defense, that, they walk around with those big AK-47 guns. We have 8 of them that live at the palace with us. So if he caught me in his bed with another man, how did that happen? If we have 8 SPU that go around with us everywhere. And everybody who is listening that is close to Oluwo, that is inside our little circle, that is telling you people bad, comes to visit you people in your mansions, when he comes to visit you people in your homes, when he comes to visit you people in Ikoyi, you will all see his 8 to 10 SPU armed police. So how was I supposed to be caught on top of a man inside the palace when we have 8 to 10 armed police that live with us? Let's use not everything that the king says we will now say, Kabesi, is a lie. But and that's the thing, the thing that's frustrating in Nigeria is, when you travel to Canada, you travel to UK, you travel to America, you travel to Dubai, everybody is in 2020. But in Nigeria, we're still living in 1812. We're living in 1812. We have a king that everybody knows he's troublesome. He's he lies. He beats up people. He's violent, and you now know he's lying and say, Kabe is good. Is good because of that's not right. Is not right. It's not right. We see Dangote. Dangote is one of the richest black men in the continent of Africa, in the world. Every time I've seen Dangote, I've never seen Dangote with 10 armed SPU. I don't see him walking with even his Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife, the father of all of the Yoruba race. When you see Oni of Ife walking with class and grace, majestically, do you see 8 to 10 SPU behind him? No. You will see his drummers. You see culture. You see things of culture. But when Oluwo comes, you see 10 to 20 police, armed police. What are they armed? What are they guarding? What are they guarding? Because this person does not have not one house in Iwo, where you are king. You've been a king for 5 years. You haven't bought one house. Hey. Not even a house for rent in Leg that we rent, that we pay annually. Nothing. So what are all of these police guarding? Your sunglasses collection? What are they guarding? I don't know. He says it's packaging. Okay. I don't know what is called packaging. I don't know.
He said it's packaging.
Me, I don't know what that means. So I don't know.
Anyway, I want you to tell me how, because there is High Chief Ogundupo, when he was here, there was a question I asked him. And I read it somewhere about when you went to Canada, when you gave back to your son in Canada, there was no money to pay for the hotel. Is it accommodation or the hospital bill? I don't know.
No. What happened is when I gave birth to my son, when I met Oluwo, I had my own house in Canada.
Okay.
I came to Nigeria and the place I was living in Canada. That's the same house that you people saw when he made that video when he was dancing to Run Town. In that video, he was dancing around in that penthouse. That was my house where I lived before I knew Oluwo. I was not a bum. I was doing well for myself. It was my penthouse that he came because he didn't have nowhere to stay. So when I gave birth to my son, it was High Chief Ogundogun that sent 1 million naira to Toronto so I was able to pay my house rent so that me and my son would not get in. We were staying because Oluwo didn't have anything. I will even add, even the chairs in the palace was furnished head to toe by Chief Ogundogun. Chief Ogundogun was like a father to us. So when he started fighting, we used to call him Daddy. We call him Daddy because he's an elder. So when he started fighting Chief, it was very emotional for me. And that was the start of my post-traumatic stress disorder. I had, what do you call it? You give birth and you have the feeling of depression after. That's what happened to me because I found out he was sleeping around with one girl in the town, Omalara Afolabi. That was another big scandal. If you Google that one, it's all over the blogs in 2018. This is not the first time he's disgraced me publicly. You understand? So there was the big scandal with Omalara Afolabi. He was sleeping with her for 8 months in my bed. And when I had my son, and he chased away Chief Ogundogun, it was like I was really alone, because Chief was like a dad to us, and he would always speak up for me. He would give me money to buy clothes. He would give us money to buy food. He basically fed us and clothed us. We didn't have anything. Didn't have nothing. Didn't have. When he started fighting Chief, it was very sad moment for me, because I was in Iwo by myself. I didn't have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother, no friends. I was just a foreigner in that palace by myself 4 years with this man that, he acts erratically, he acts crazy, he's beating me, he's smoking his weed, he's smoking his Colorado, he's doing all these crazy stuff, he's threatening me. Oh, we have to do blood oaths. Oh, we need to do this blood oath. We need to take an oath because it will bind us. It will bind us. I would say to him, but we already have a baby. That baby binds us. He's like, everybody does it. When I spoke to different, high women in Yoruba land, they said, don't you dare try it. Don't try it. You understand? I feel like I was taken advantage of, because the fact that I'm not Yoruba and I'm not from the bad thing that he did, he would say it was culture. It was a part of the culture. And it's not a part of the culture. Not a part of the culture at all. There was a point where he said to me that he didn't need my permission to do this oath. He said he doesn't need my permission to do it. So even I don't know what that means. When I was leaving the palace, he threatened me again. He used spiritual to threaten me. He said that I no longer have any luck. That he's used all of my luck. That nobody wants Olori. That he's the biggest thing that will ever happen to me. That I will never meet anybody bigger than him. And in our culture, nobody wants Olori. And you don't have, and I've used your Ori. And you don't have, I've used your star. What does that mean? And till this day, nobody wants to even, no one wants to say. Everybody's scared to say. It's like, what kind of thing is this? What is this?
You know what?
I'm just tired. I'm so tired, Maureen. I'm just tired. I'm tired.
Please don't break down. Please, I beg you in the name of God. When he said he has used your star, he has used your luck. You have God. Now you have God. Me, I believe in God. I believe in Almighty God. That's what I will say. I don't know how to. I don't know. This aspect you just said, maybe God will help us. I don't. Can I move? Can I go to the next question, please? Because this issue of he has used your luck, I don't know. Very sad story. Very, very sad story.
I just came to Nigeria with my friends because I wanted to come and see Africa. That is what happened to me. This is what happened. It's not about me coming here talking bad things about Oluwo. Don't get me wrong. But I have to say what happened to me. And everything that happened to me was bad. It was bad. And I have to say these things, what happened to me. I came to Africa to be with my people, and look what happened to me by kings. A king. And on for prayers, kings that we go to for protection, we go to for guidance. And this is a king that is leading me astray. And is beating me, using my name, my wife is Canadian. We're Canadians. I'm a Canadian. My wife is wearing crown. She's wearing the crown. You are using me to build your own popularity. People will mock me and say, but you didn't say anything. When you that you're living in your husband's house, that your husband is selling MTN at one roadside, do you talk against your husband? Talk less of a king? When you live in your husband's house, will you say anything? You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you didn't say anything. What am I supposed to say? I was not allowed to make friends. If anybody comes to the palace, we have a lot of visitors to the palace. And a lot of time, a lot of men, a lot of chiefs, a lot of high people in society, they will come and they will bring their wives. And when they bring their wives, sometimes I would create a bond with the wife because I don't have any friends. I'm nobody. So sometimes a high chief or somebody they will bring their wife and we will just click right away. And the wife will now say something like, "Oh, Olori, are you receiving royalties? Are you receiving a royal salary? Or are the Iyalo days coming from the market and bringing you stuff from the market?" Like they will say little things within the culture that as an Olori are my rights. You understand? And when they say these things, I will now go to my husband at nighttime when we're in the bed at night. And I will say, "Honey, so-and-so's wife said that, in Yoruba culture, that I'm entitled to this and I'm entitled." He will now say, "Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her anymore. If you follow them, you will see what will happen to you. Keep listening to her. You will see what will happen to you. Don't talk to her no more." He don't want me to be close to nobody. I'm not allowed to talk to nobody. I lived in that palace for 4 years. My parents never once saw Africa. My parents or none of my brother, my sister never once saw Africa. But Oluwo's a billionaire, Abby. I spent all of his money on Abby. Me, every week I'm going to J Market in Ibadan to buy Ofi. How much is one pack of Ofi, people? All my Yoruba people, how much is one pack of Ofi? 5K. How much pack of Ofi will it take me to make an outfit? 2 pack. So 10K. So because I'm wearing my Ofi and I'm looking good, I'm spending all my husband's money. My husband is I'm spending all of his money. Which money is that? Which business is Oluwo operating from the palace? Which business?
There are so many questions there. I don't even know where to pick them from.
Me, I don't want to read them.
You see, somebody asked me a question. They say, "Are you still in Nigeria or you are in Canada now? Where are you?"
Nigeria, what is that?
I'm still in Nigeria. And I will say the reason the next question will be, why didn't you go back to Canada?
That's correct.
The reason I did not go back to Canada, Oluwo put me and my son out on 15th of December. On the 18th of December, he gave us an economy ticket on Air Ethiopia to go back to Toronto. Okay, thank you for the Air Ethiopia ticket to go home. Where in Toronto do you want to send us? Where in Toronto? Because Oluwo doesn't have a house in Toronto. You don't have a car. The house I was living in, you told me to give it up. You told me to give up that house 4 years ago. So where were you sending us to? My parents live in Jamaica. I didn't grow up in Jamaica, so I'm not bringing my son to go and live in Jamaica. Put us out, do the needful, but he didn't. So when he issued that ticket, I didn't go because I had nowhere to go. And in December, it's the middle of winter. Canada is the Arctic. It's very cold. It's snow up to your waist. All my Canadian people tuning in, there's snow up to your waist. So me and my son, we're going back to Toronto wearing Ankara, wearing slippers and Ankara with 4 years of luggage, with nowhere to go. This man is very wicked. You people need to know the truth. That's what he tried to do, to send us off with nowhere to go. I did not board that plane because I still had hope that we can fix the marriage. Because again, I didn't do anything. But I never slept around. I never cheated on this man. And I forgave everything he's ever done to me. You've beat me. You've threatened me with juju. You've used my bed as your playground for small cockroaches up and down everywhere. And I forgave everything. And somebody texts me that I should stay positive, keep my head up. What are you doing for Christmas? Blah, blah, blah. And you want to say that I have a boyfriend and you caught me on the bed with somebody. If that is not somebody that is psychotic, you're sick in the head. And you're using your stool, you're hiding behind that stool and that crown to destroy. It's not only me. It's not only me that is destroyed. It's just my turn. If you guys Google Oluwo, you will see it's not only me that is destroyed, so it's just my turn. But I didn't think that he can do this to me and his son. And again, a lot of people started laughing at me, like, oh, but you know, he had all these children that he abandoned. And what makes you think that he would not abandon your own was special? You know what? I actually did think my own was special because I'm a crowned queen. My son is a crowned prince. There's a lot of princes in Yoruba land. There's millions of princes in Yoruba land. But how many of these princes can say that they're born during their father's reign? My son can boast that. My son can boast that. So I did feel my own was special. I honestly didn't think he would do this to us. But now he's turned me and my son into a laughing stock. People are laughing, he's abandoned all the other. What makes you think your own was special? So it's like all of it's like...
Olori, you know what I'm going to do? Because there are few videos here. I want everybody to see, to back all your allegations, everything you've said. I'll call you back.
Okay.
And I'm sure you are watching.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah. What I'm going to do now, there are few videos. I'm going to show them, and I will call you back. Thank you.
Before you air these videos, I must appeal for my safety in this Nigeria, Maureen.
Yes, I mean, you are still going to. You are going to come back because I'm going to.
Because you know that I am really, really scared. You know, it's been 5 months since I've said anything. I have not said anything for 5 months because I know he's beating it.
I think safety is very, very important. We should have considered a safety because that is the bone of contact. Okay, of all what I've been saying, how sure is a safety?
Destroy his property. And these are kings that you're beating and oppressing. So imagine me, a foreigner that's alone in this Lagos. I mean, it's just me, my son, and God.
You see, Your Highness, if not for Barrister Femi Falana that stepped in, by now it's not going to be what we are saying.
Okay.
But before we get to that, we need to stress everything you've said so far because we have a lot of viewers. We want everybody to know, to follow it. So I will give you the chance. I will call you back. Be on standby. Maybe in the next 10-15 minutes, I will call you back. Because
all right.
Safety and how you are eating because you don't have money. And you have
and he's doing public service on Instagram and on Facebook. You are doing public service that is here in Nigeria on the mercy of Nigeria.
One moment. Your Majesty, I'm coming back for you. Thank you.
Okay, the person that called in can call in. Okay, let me look for the audio.
This thing I want to show you, not be only me go this.
Bear with me, let me record the Hello?
Hello? I don't want to be on here.
Okay. Hello? Mo ń gbọ́ yín mà. Mo ti gbé yín kúrò. Okay. Okay. Ṣé jẹ́ ń pè yín padà? Okay, it's the same video we've checked before, actually. We've checked that video before. Hello, mo ń gbọ́ yín. Okay, what I'm going I'm going to off these chats and come back later. So I will bring the audio.